Hey everyone, this is going to be part two of the other video because again, it's been 2 months. So I have a lot of things. So just showed you a few charts that was like, end of June, beginning of July, where his numbers were really amazing. And that was on like 7 Lantus. And then so now we're on like 10, 11 Lantus, and his nighttime numbers have been off. I mean, I've seen lots of people's charts about, his age or a little bit older, and they're high or it's harder to keep them in range. So it's not like he's not like 300 all the time or like averaging 200 something all the time, anything like that. Just like, again, more elevated, averaging in the high 120s, 130s, even low 140s. Like a very bad day we had, I think, was, averaging like 150 something. So, again, and I know the Dexcom usually runs a little high. We actually had a couple of Dexcoms that we, I think five finger sticks or 6 finger sticks between them, and then 5 of the 6 were running much higher. We had one time where it said 288 double up arrows, and he actually had ended up. He said he ate more waffles than he was bolus for. He had 20 carbs more. So, but the finger stick actually showed he was only 214, not anywhere near 288. And then another time, like before swimming, it said 175, and I said, well, don't give him any swimming snack if he's 175. And then the nurse at the pool said, well, let's just finger stick him. This was at camp. And then it was, the actual thing was like 138. So, I know Dexcom can run behind, but even, she didn't calibrate, and even an hour later, he wasn't at that level. So it was running high. And, a couple of other times, I think there was only one time where it said, 198 in the morning. This was an unusually bad morning for him. 198 in the morning, we finger sticked, and it was 202. So that was pretty much on. But the others, I think we had one nighttime, it was said 238 and he was 205. So again, it's in the right direction. I guess it wasn't, saying 238 and he was 100, but 40 plus points off is obviously going to affect the average, and especially on the higher end side. So I think, in general, he's still, not going, there's some days where he'll again be on those higher ends at night, 150s, but the range of the day range will still be like in excess of 90%. And it just like shows up a little bit higher, and he won't go, let's say, above like 180 something or 190. And, so the day will still be okay, like not amazing, but, nothing too high, but not as good as before. So we're trying to find the basal rate, hopefully that will make him back to those nice flat line, 100 sub 100 nights. We've only had I will say a handful of those in the past month. So, it's either a growth high or just running higher at night. And then sometimes he does come down in the morning. Like yesterday morning, he, was again 140s, 150s all night. And then finally at like 6 a.m., and I didn't give him anything, he came down to like 110. So better than some of the nights we've been seeing. So I guess, there's the BCG is, it's working in the sense that he's, not seeing it, I'm not seeing what some of the other parents at his age are seeing in terms of very high range. And like, it's not like, oh, overnight we had to increase his basal like to double or anything like that. But at the same time, now we're almost 50% basal rate higher than we were just a month ago. And that had been working for, the whole time. And then, but at the same time, the carb ratio, the 1 to 25, it's still working great. 9 times out of 10, again, he's not going high, unless there's some excitement, but, he's still staying like, 120s, 130s, 140s, maybe 150s after a meal. He's doing pretty well again during the day. So I think I'll leave it there, and hopefully next month I will have found the right basal rate, or maybe, with the summer or something, maybe he'll go back, with school. So we'll see. He starts school next week, August 31st. And I will try to do another update, probably end of September, to say how the first month of school went. So have a great day, and see you all next time.